this is Joy. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am sharing an easy mini slimline card for Maker Forte. I am showing you the Happy Halloween printed paper collection from Maker Forte. This is a really fun collection in that it is more of a pastel with black. It consists of 12 different designs and it is printed front and back on a glossier cardstock. I do love this and I hope to use a lot more of it throughout my channel. I am also using a 6x8 stamp set called Fancy Dress Party, and this has many ghost images with faces. It's got a witch, it has pumpkins, it's got all the Halloween things. I am choosing to stamp up 3 of the ghosts, and I am using Eclipse Black ink and my Misty stamping positioning tool so that I get a really nice impression, and my ink smushing tool as always. I love this ink because it's crisp and dark and bold, because I love a good black outline. I then bring in 3 of the different faces for the ghost, and you'll see that some of them have longer eyelashes than others, and so I kind of paired the ones with the longer eyelashes with what I would think was the little girl ghost. I am doing some very easy Copic coloring, so if you don't know how to Copic color, this card is perfect for you. In fact, you could use any type of medium to color these ghosts. So what I do is I use a BG10 and I just put a pretty thick outline in different parts of the ghost. And the reason I do that is, as you know, ghosts are somewhat transparent, so you can see through them. So I don't want a fully white ghost, so I want there to be at least some hints of color in my ghost. Also, since this is a transparent image, it's going to pick up the other colors that are in the background. So that is why I am bringing in the R02 marker, and I am just putting that sporadically on the different edges, and I'm overlapping that onto the BG10, and I blend that out with the R00. And again, I'm just lightening that because we do have a pretty transparent image here or item. I then will come in with a V as in Victor 000 and color in the bow tie. I also add some along the edges, and I'm just, like I said, when you look at an image, you've got bounce back of different colors, but typically when you have a white object, you've got gray. Since I'm using a pastel cardstock, I chose to go with this blue violet. You could do a nice cool gray or even a like a blue violet 20. I chose the 00 because I'm going to do the bow, and I end up doing that bow in a 00 and a 01 as well. And here I am taking that R00 and I'm just adding more color and more bounce back. Now for this little guy that's got the party hat on, I'm making it so his shadow is on both sides of the ghost in the BV00. I also use the BG10, and the reason I do that is you'll notice that I, for the most part, put the shadows on each end of the ghost, like on the right hand ghost, the shadows on the right, and on the left it's on the left. However, since this is a middle one, I am doing it on both sides of the ghost. Now I am really not paying attention to light source, because if you really think about the way light hits, it doesn't change in a scene. This is a whimsical Halloween card, so just bear with me. Now, to give you some updates about Maker Forte, we are having our 31 Days of Inktoberfest over on the Hedgehog Hollow channel. And this is where you're going to learn everything you want to know about inks, plus some. And there's going to be 20 different instructors throughout the month, so please check that out. Alex is also having an All About Ink party on October 8th from 10 to 5, where she will be giving away $1,000 worth of prizes along the way. So be sure to sign up for that. I will leave the link in the description box below. Also on October 29th through the 30th, there is the virtual crafter party retreat, and you can sign up for that as well as purchase a box if that is something that you would like to do. They're always a lot of fun. I learn a lot, and the thing that I like the most about it is the community. I have never seen a community that has so much fun and knows each other and knows their stories. It's like they are the best of friends, and that's all because of Alex. So please join us and have a good time and spend the weekend with us. I am now embossing the "You Are Beautiful" sentiment from the same stamp set. I used the embossing glue and then some fine detail white embossing powder for that, and then I melt that with my Wagner heat tool per usual. Now I did something a little bit different. I did not use a die to cut that out or my trimmer. I actually very carefully ripped the sentiment, so I made sure that my thumbnail was over the writing so I wouldn't go into that, and I just made sure I had a rough edge, so I wiggled that tear back and forth, and that kind of gives you another little Halloween look to it. I think it's fun at this time of year. If you're afraid to rip it, then by all means use a die. Now I am offsetting the Happy Halloween paper, and you're going to notice the orange side of the paper is overlapped onto the pink side of the striped paper. I then put that down on a mini slimline card base. This time it is 6 1/4 by 3 1/4, just because I cut my panels down a little bit different. You can obviously make your mini slimline however you want. I popped up my ghost with foam tape. Now, back in scrapbook world, anytime you have a face, you don't want it looking off the page. So I did that with the tails of the ghost. So I made sure that the ghost on the right the tail was going to the left and vice versa, and that's just very pleasing to the eye. So if you like this video, I would really appreciate it if you would consider liking, subscribing, leaving me a comment. This makes the YouTube algorithm happy, and it makes my channel seen a little bit more. But again, the most important thing is that you had a good time here and that you learned a little something. I added a few gems for some sparkle. Here are some last looks at my card. I just think it's adorable. I love the little faces on these ghosts. Until next time, friends, keep crafting. Be blessed. Bye-bye.